What's going on, everybody? My name is Security Denied, and welcome back to the Average Gamer's Perspective on the TWID, also known as This Week in Destiny. Before jumping into this week's topics, we wanted to share again the news about Shadow and Order from yesterday. So if you didn't know, they posted a tweet going over the delay of Shadow and Order. And it says, our next major update, Destiny 2 Shadow and Order, is undergoing large revisions and will be delayed. This update is being changed and expanded to include sizable quality of life updates and, as a result, will also be renamed. This update will now launch on June 9th, 2026. We will provide exact details closer to release, covering previously announced weapon tier upgrading, but also additions like expanding tiered gear to all raid and dungeon activities, Pantheon 2.0, Tier 5 stats for exotic armors, and more. Through June, we will continue to have routine bug fixes and stability improvements, continued portal modifiers, Guardian games in March, and the return of the more frequent Iron Banner cadence in April. In terms of communications, we will be focusing on providing you with updates about our live game content, community activations, and general upkeep through the TWID and our Destiny social channels. Thank you for your continued patience and support. We will have more information on our next major update and future plans for Destiny 2 closer to launch. Oh. So people are unhappy. A lot of people are unhappy, especially considering it's going to be in June, when we were expecting to have the next major expansion in July. Okay? So, this is pushed back so long. So, Destiny 2 right now is basically dead. Like, no one's going to be playing the game probably until June. But even then, I don't think so. I think they're going to wait and see what the big content creators are going to say about the update and whether it's going to be worth it to hop in. Because we have everything we need, right? We have everything we want. We have the roles we want. We have the weapons we want. We have the armor we want. We have the exotics that we want. We've got everything we want. Really what we're looking for is just fun activities, which is unfortunate considering that this is a looter shooter and we're supposed to be chasing loot that continuously gets better and better so that we have something to grind towards, get more of, yada, yada, yada. There should be more. But unfortunately, we don't have that. We're basically gods at this point to everything. And that's with the different types of weapons that we can use, our abilities, our supers, the build crafting options are insane right now. Like, actually insane. And there's just not much to do. And it seems like they're not giving a lot of thought and effort behind Destiny right now because Marathon is completely taking over, which is understandable because Sony is putting a lot of money into Marathon and a lot of time into Marathon. And unfortunately, Destiny's just getting left behind, which in turn forces Bungie's main player base to leave. They're not going to have faith in Bungie anymore, especially if they're not going to take care of the game that so many people have dedicated their lives to, quite frankly. And so pushing it back to June 9th is going to be crazy. It's going to be very unfortunate, especially for people whose entire jobs is Destiny content. Like they're forcing themselves to do variety content instead of Destiny because they have to. And unfortunately, due to the algorithm of all of our streaming services and YouTube and TikTok, it's really hard to rebuild an algorithm on your channel based off of variety content instead of just solely Destiny 2 content. And so that's going to be very unfortunate for a lot of people. That's why so many Destiny content creators are leaving and either trying to do variety or other things here and there. And all of this stuff, like Iron Banner, we've been waiting for forever, for like a whole year now. And all of this stuff that they said right here about weapon tier upgrading and all this stuff, we were supposed to get the majority of that in Renegades. Didn't get that. So it just seems that they were not smart when designing their new roadmap system. and they had no idea where things were going or what they were going to do. They were hoping that this would give them enough time to create something on the spot. At least that's what it appears to be. I don't know what's going on in the background, but from an average gamer's perspective, that's what it looks like. Anyways, let's see what else they've got for this TWID. Here's the rest of the topics for today. Bright Dust gift to celebrate new lunar year. Are you speedrunning, Guardian? We loved your hashtag Tharsis Threads posts. New player guide, latest edition. So very short. Celebrating the new lunar year. The year of the horse started on February 17th, and we are celebrating by giving everyone a gift of 880 Bright Dust that you can use to get something nice on the Eververse in-game store. Maybe you could pick that very cool Taken shader that's in the store until next Tuesday. However, this is not enough Bright Dust to get it, and this is not enough Bright Dust to get the armor sets that are in there, like the other Taken sets. And unfortunately, this is not enough to bring people back. They're going to be like, oh, 880 Bright Dust, that's all I have. They're not going to be able to get anything with that. So, whatever. How are those? I'm just in a very down in the dumps mood right now for Destiny, so I apologize if I'm just like doom and glooming this TWID. But that's what it is. That's what's going to happen. How are those speeds going? Last week, we announced our latest community challenge, the Praxic Time Trials. We hope you are making it on our proud while not abusing the generous John Chunk too much. Ahem. We've seen a handful of solo completions and a lot of duos and thousands of regular completions under the 20-minute mark. Congratulations to all. You have until March 3rd at reset time to keep working on your times if you want to earn the It Binds Compels emblem. More information about the rules and requirements in last week's TWID. Haven't been on Destiny in forever, so I haven't even attempted this. Regarding our previous challenge, the Dark Age Hunt, all players who qualified for the Fallen Torches emblem should have received it yesterday. The artifacting signal emblems that remain will be granted before the end of next week when we have manually validated all entries. We'll let you know when they start rolling out. Hashtag Tharsis Threads picks for the last 2 weeks. We've seen a lot of great Tharsis Threads fashion submissions. Now it's time to showcase our favorites and start granting the Golden Age fashion emblem, which all featured players below will get directly to their accounts starting next week. Here's the Smuggler. Pretty okay. Bodyguards. Nice. Praxic Appearance. Pretty dope. Praxic Guard. That's nice. I like that one. Praxic Knight. Decent. Praxic Corruption. Very cool. The Duel. Fancy living. The duel continues. And another duel, but a movie. Premiere Loom. Ooh, that one's sick. They did a good job with that one. A New Apprentice. Oh, that's fun. They look the same. Dredge and Seer. Basic. Nice. The OG. Barrett Warlock. A video. Scary Bot. That one's spooky. Punk. Classic. The Bad Boys. It's all of them all together. The Good Boy. Apprehended. Got him. All right, the new player guide keeps growing. We're still working on completing our new player guide this week. We're focusing on some of the most impactful materials and currencies our new light friends need to know about. Again, it's not in the game. Carry on. Look at all the stuff that's broken. All right. The team is working hard on meaningful content that you can't stop playing, and we can't wait to talk more about Pantheon 2.0, Tier 5 exotics, and more in the coming weeks. We expect to launch some more community challenge we are putting together until Guardian Games arrives in the second half of March. Thank you one more time for your patience. See you Starside. You see, the issue is that we are running out of patience very fast. It is de-escalating at an exponential rate. And unfortunately, these community challenges aren't going to hold us over. It's not content. It's just playing content that already exists in fun and unique ways to get an emblem instead of like, here's armor set that you can win. All right, here's a armor set that used to only be silver, but now you can earn it in game. Here's some cool shaders or sparrows or ships or skimmers or like super unique stuff related to the challenge. No, no, this isn't going to do it. It's not bringing me back, that's for sure. And I'm just the average player. There's no content to do anymore. I'm done with all the Star Wars stuff. Now I'm playing God of War, Warframe, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals. What else am I playing? I'm gonna be doing a Poppy Playtime playthrough through all the games. If you want to watch me get spooked, I also need to finish the uh, what's it called? Quiet Place video game because my wife loves that one. So gotta do it for her. But other than that, I think it's time for Destiny 2 to move on. And I think what's going to move in is the cube. I talked about it last time, but the cube I think has some great potential for what Destiny 2 is going to be lacking. And I hope that the cube is watching these videos and taking notes about what Destiny 2 is doing wrong so that they can do it right when the game drops. That's what I hope. And that's what I have patience for. It's for the cube and for new games, for exciting things. Anyways, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!